Today we are going on a bike ride along the Clyde River.
This morning we are heading to the historic town of Clyde, where we are joining the team from Bike It Now, who are going to be renting some mountain bikes off to do the Clyde to Alexandra River Trail. After we finished looking at the map of where we're going to be going today, Duncan is taking us outside to show us our bikes that we're going to be renting. It's well kitted out with a lot of accessories, helmets, mini computer, a day pack on the back, and then we are hitting the river trail. So first we need to bike through the really lovely and quaint town of Clyde, cross over a historic bridge, and then we're onto the river trail.
The Clyde to Alexandra River Trail is super easy. It's a 12 kilometers beginner's track that will take us all along the river all the way to the little township of Alexandra. It's seriously an awesome introduction to mountain biking for people which have never mountain biked before and want an easy, breezy way to explore the area. Although it's quite a quiet trail and most of the time Laura and I feel that we have the trail all to ourselves, we pass a few locals which are mountain biking on the same trail as well. They're all kitted up and geared up with their ultimate mountain biking gear, so it looks like even professionals will have fun along this track as well. Most of the track is super well sheltered under a thick tree canopy, and it's really good because today is really sunny and we would be cooking if the trees weren't there. But there's also quite a few openings on the beautiful Clyde River, and we take the time to do a little bit of a detour to check it out. It's quite an interesting river because the water is so deep in the Clyde River, it's quite hard to tell which way the water is actually flowing. There is a lot of really deep water going into a circle. It's absolutely mesmerizing.
Back on the track, we start to get some speed as there's quite a lot of really short downhill sections, which is really fun to do. And along the way, there's a lot of relics from the gold mining era. So there's these huge drills that have been left here, which actually are protected under conservation law. So when you see them, you can look at them, but you can't touch them. This was a tool used by the miners back in the early 1990s to dredge the river at a time when it yielded tons of gold. At that time, the Clyde River was one of the most gold-producing rivers in the whole country, but we're a little bit more distracted by all the really pretty flowers around the river, which attracts loads of different birds and insects.
Although right here in spring it's a beautiful time to do this bike trail, we've heard that in autumn, when every single tree alongside the river are of a different color, it is even better. We've been on the bike long enough now to appreciate how really good those bikes are. It felt a little bit weird when we were fitted individually to our bikes when renting them with Bike It Now, but now I really understand how good it makes the whole ride. We feel super comfortable on our bike, there is no strain on our muscles, it is just perfect. And that's really showcased the passion of all the people in Central Otago for mountain biking. Central Otago is one of the main mountain biking regions in New Zealand, with heaps of awesome rides all over the place. The most popular one of them being the Otago Central Rail Trail, which is over 150 kilometers long, going through river gorges, viaducts, tunnels, very small township. It's a former railway route which is definitely worth biking if you've got the time for it. And another one is the Clyde Gold Trail, which is 74 kilometers long and it's a bit of more of an intermediate level one. It's one of the New Zealand great rides and it goes over amazing World Heritage landscape. It's definitely worth doing as well, again if you've got the time for it. Laura and I really love this very easy introduction to biking in Central Otago. We had a blast, but we feel that we deserve to treat ourselves. So it's kind of a race to the finish to the township of Alexandra, because we know that there is heaps of little cafe there, but we also know that most of them close very early.
I think we deserve a treat after that ride, so we head to the Tin Goose Café and get ourselves a tasty treat, a caramel slice and banana bread, which is really big in New Zealand. And it seems like we are really starting to mingle with the locals here in Alexandra, and these little birds are absolutely not afraid to come right up to you and take the food right from your hand. I feel like I am one of the Disney princesses right here.
Today, we're going on a bike ride along the Clyde River. Woo!
Look at me.